Roanoke wasn't just a railroad town, we were the railroad town. The history of Roanoke and Virginia's Blue Ridge is closely tied to the growth of the Norfolk and Western Railway. At the Norfolk and Western Railway, black and white railroaders worked together to build and maintain the most advanced steam locomotives in the world. But the railroad also built more than locomotives, it helped build our community. The railroads here in Roanoke and across the country played an integral part in the civil rights movement. The railroads paid a fair wage to all employees, including black employees, and lifted many black families to prosperity. Cotton to Silk, an exhibit at the Virginia Museum of Transportation here in Roanoke, tells the story of black railroaders. Joining us this morning is John Nutter, president of the Norfolk and Western African American Heritage Group, to tell us about this ever so important exhibit. Good morning.
Good morning, Kia.
Thank you for being here. So Cotton to Silk, that's such a unique name. Tell us the meaning behind the name.
Okay, that name came from one of our former members who is now deceased, Al Holland. And he came up, he said, we took cotton and made it into silk. And it's still an ongoing story. But I have one correction.
Oh, okay.
I am not the president.
Oh, okay. Make it plain. Okay, he's not the president, but you are definitely a member.
I am the treasurer.
Okay, all right. Well,
the president is Cecil Morrison.
Oh, good old we love Cecil. All right. Well, we will give Cecil his due credit, treasurer of the association. What are some of the stories that we can learn from this exhibit?
Well, the stories from the exhibit is that when a lot of us were growing up, and we stood on the backs of some of those who have gone on to glory, such as Al Holland, Lee Graves. Oh, the names, you know, I'm getting old. I can't remember names anymore.
Many greats, yes.
And I remember growing up and seeing these guys, and they were going to work for the railroad, and they exhibit pride, and they told us how to dress and would correct us if we were wrong. And they always told us to stay out of trouble and tried to convince us to get a job with the railroad whenever possible. And a lot of us did. And we were thankful for the upbringing and the help that they gave our parents to keep us out of trouble. And we watched them and learned to emulate them. The way they dressed. I remember one young man, well, he was an older guy, stopped me and told me that my shoes needed to be shined. And that has stuck with me. He said, son, he said, you can look at a man's shoes and tell what is on his mind. He said if he takes care of his shoes, he'll take care of a whole lot of other things.
Give us a further understanding of what the Heritage Group does. And I also know that you're looking to recruit more members, especially women. So give us an idea of what the purpose of your organization is about.
The purpose of the organization is to educate and to celebrate the heritage of African Americans working in the rail industry. We currently offer a scholarship to a deserving student at Virginia Western. We put on a program, and we're hoping to do more at the Transportation Museum to assist them in growth. But the group is rather small right now, so we are trying to expand the group and get more ideas to make it a viable organization, because the story is still ongoing. And we had a meeting yesterday, and we were sitting there, and I was looking around the room, and I said, hey, when we first got started, we had laborers, dining car stewards, and what have you. But now we have people who have come out, rose through the ranks into management, and who retired as managers with Norfolk Southern, who started out with Norfolk and Western, and through the merger, and then they have retired. So we're looking to get more of these stories, and we have a couple of females, and one of them was a supervisor, and telling her story would be nice. And we just want to get a diverse group of people in to tell the story and share it. And anybody that wants to come by and meet with us can, and we meet on the first Tuesday at 8:30 at the Transportation Museum.
All right, so if you're a former or currently in railroad, come by, meet you all, and especially the ladies. Sounds like you guys are looking for a few more females to be a part of this wonderful organization. Well, Mr. Nutter, thank you so much for sharing what you all do and what it means, and truly such a part of our rich fabric here in the Roanoke Valley and beyond. It's a pleasure to celebrate not just the organization, but the contributions of all that you have done for us here in the Roanoke community.
And we thank you for allowing me to be here to talk with you.
Our pleasure, absolutely. Thank you, sir.